Hello, welcome to RunDiffusion Community Day. My name is Revolved over here, Community Manager with RunDiffusion. We've got a really awesome day. Stability has been bringing Christmas early. No doves, golden rings, or pears in a pear tree, but we did get SDXL Turbo and stable video diffusion with promises of more to come. So on the first day of Christmas, Emad brought to me two amazing models. Anyways, sorry, it's a bit early for that for me. Just getting into it. So let's start off here. We just updated Comfy to have the latest and greatest build, which enables SD Turbo, which has been pretty wild. Seen some awesome things that people have been making with it. I'm going to share my screen on Discord here. Please let me know if the stream's coming through, you can hear me, etc. You can see my screen. Let me know. Ignore that face. I was trying something out there. All right, I've got a few builds up here. So we'll just start with a blank one. I've seen quite a few people jump into stable video diffusion. So let's just start there. It's amazingly simple, which I love. We did have animate diff as well. Okay, Discord just crashed. Classic. Classic. 1 second here. All right, I'm back. Discord just totally crashed. Classic Discord. Here we go. Sorry about that. Let's try again. Can you see my screen? Sorry, everyone. Wouldn't be a community day without a few hiccups. All right. Sound off in the chat. Yes. Okay, great. Let's carry on. Discord is a little temperamental on streams, I've noticed, no matter how many times I reinstall it. So we just got to roll with it. So let's get started with stable video diffusion. Really straightforward to use, which is quite great. I will post any links that we've got in chat here if you're following along on Discord. So starting off with, we have the Comfy UI examples page where they posted some video examples of 2 different workflows that you can use. You can see we've got this mountaintop here. If I actually go to Comfy and just drag that mountain picture directly on there, you can see that it loads right away. Cool. So next up, with any Comfy model, the first thing to do is to check all the models are loaded properly. Remember, the cloud has different paths than the desktop, so we will need to change this. If you just open this menu and type SVD, you'll see the 2 video models here. This is the normal video model and an extended video model, which is better for producing longer videos. So let's just stick with this one right now. And we can choose a picture to upload. What I've noticed so far is it seems like it really likes like basic human realism. That's kind of what I've seen so far. It does tend to do better with that type of image. Like, let's take this Blade Runner image, for example. Okay, so classic film. There's no prompt or anything in here. It's just image to video. I'll run over the settings really quick. You know, this motion bucket ID, there's been some interesting breakdowns of it, but the higher it is, the more motion there is. So let's actually lower this down to 64 and we'll get it queued up here. So first thing, it's going to load this video model. If anyone's tried it, made some cool stuff, definitely post it in chat. We'll pop it up in the stream here. But I'd love to see if anyone's used it, what they've made. It's pretty fun. I've generated a lot of videos actually so far and had a lot of fun with it. It does sort of like stick to some parts of an image and not another. So playing around with the motion bucket really helps with that. Close this file manager here. You can see a little bit better. And there are some other workflows as well with like interpolation. The nice thing about Comfy is, you know, there's lots of built-in tools. Hello. Hello, Adam. Welcome. Here we go. Let's check the first one. This is a large server, by the way. SVD does run on our medium servers and even our small servers. Small might be more likely to run out of... Whoa, he's really walking there. Look at this. He's doing a little skip. He's a happy replicant. Dang, that's actually really nice. The realism does make it pop, I find. It's much harder to get like an illustration to work. Okay, so that's cool. That worked out pretty well. We can try an illustration. I can kind of show you. Here's another like cyberpunky one. You know, got some like flying vehicles in there. Let's give it another go. See what we get. Actually, I'm really impressed with that. Like it moved. It moved. The skip is fun. He's just... It's the happy ending to Blade Runner that we never got, you know? And yeah, if there's anything you have questions, RunDiffusion stuff you want to ask about kind of what's going on or anything, let us know. We did just push an update. Fixed animate diff issue that we were having there, needed to update to the most recent version of the animate diff extension, as well as got SDXL Turbo SVD, and there's some other fun things as well. We did work on the audio web UI. Ooh, nice. Yeah, look at that. So this one is an illustration. It's giving like a much better response here. I like that. I like that quite a bit. Let's try like an older generation. Let's see what we get. Maybe something like a bit more abstract. It kind of struggles with abstract a little bit. Here's some like mountains. Give that a go. But you can see this is tons of fun, loading up different images. It is rather short. We can take a look at some ways to extend this. This is a smaller image, 768 by 768. Just like a tower and clouds and mountains and stuff. Let's see what we get. Okay. So you see here, like the mountains are not moving and it's just the clouds. So you can mess with the bucket, motion bucket, to try to get maybe the clouds to stay still or that kind of thing. All right. Let's try something even more abstract. Let's pull up an even older generation. So this one is 512 by 512. And you notice the width is a bit longer, which actually like, it's kind of fine. You know, it cropped it. This is the image conditioning, right? So it's sort of like processing the image just before it throws it into SVD, which is great. That'll also mean if you throw an image that's too big, it will help with that as well. All right, here we go. Okay, so this is one of the things that happens with illustrations a little bit more, is you sort of get this like camera pan, and it like the movement doesn't seem to adhere to like the subject, right? but you get a kind of camera pan, which is sort of interesting. Let's try a longer workflow. So I'll clear this. Now, PERS, if you know them, they've been making some amazing stuff. They live stream all the time, and I will post the link to their GitHub here. This has some of their workflows that they do on their live stream, which are great. So let's give those a go. So this is a simple image to video with interpolation. I believe this one you needed to load these nodes, GM, FFS, FSS, Fortuna. In order to do so, of course, you just click on Manager, go Install Missing Custom Nodes. They'll appear as red. They'll appear here. You click Install, wait till it says Restart, and then you go close this and go to Restart App Comfy. And when it boots up, it should see them there. If they're still red, refresh your browser. Sometimes that's necessary, but that will install the node. And then if you have node persistence on, it'll be there next time. So let's hit SVD again, make sure our model's correct. Let's use the extended model. And let's try something out. If anyone wants to put a picture that they want to see turned into video in chat, as long as it's safe, I'm happy to do so. Let us know. I'm going to go through and find some other fun ones. Ooh, maybe this weird collage photo I did in, it's like SD 2.1. Is it 768? Yeah, it's 768. So it's going to load the video. Now, the way that this one works, ooh. All right, Deformer Toby's got a fun one I'll throw in there next. So we've got the model, we've got the image. These go into the image conditioning. The CFG guidance, we can play around with that and try it out. I actually haven't used that much. This is the normal case sampler, which is used in almost every Comfy workflow. And then that image gets created here, and these nodes will combine it. Now you can use these video combine nodes instead of the one we had before because it has all these different formats. So this is like a typical MP4 video format instead of WebP. I definitely prefer that to WebP, which is a relatively new format. So it doesn't have quite as much support out there in different applications. This is the image that Deformer Toby posted. So we will grab that in a second. The XT model is a little bit larger, so just going to take a minute to load. In the meantime, we want things to go a little bit faster. How about we pop up SDXL Turbo? So we've got another blank here. This is the SDXL Turbo example. I'm going to post it here. See this cute little fox in a bottle. So we go over. Oh my goodness. Don't look at my amazing drawing skills there. Using a trackball, okay? And we drag and drop. Okay, so it comes up. This is a new node from the Comfy update, this SD Turbo scheduler. So we just need to type turbo here, make sure that we're using the correct model. This is a non-commercial research-only licensed model, so you may have to download it. Just take a look. If it's in there, you can use it. Just be aware of the licensing conditions and reach out if you have any concerns or want to get a commercial license or anything like that. We're happy to assist with that. But yeah, the SDXL Turbo, you can download it via the shell in file browser and use it to your heart's content for research and community purposes to try it out. They want people to use it. So key things to know about this is the negative prompt when you're running it at config1 doesn't actually do anything. So you can keep this at config1 or CFG1. The steps can just be 1, okay? It's very fast. So it's based around 512 by 512. You can push it up a little bit. Adam, just if you want to add that turbo node, just drag and drop that workflow, my man. The Fox one has it in there, so it's good to go. Make sure you launch on beta, right? This is where the new hotness is, always. Make sure you're on beta, Adam. There we go. Yeah. That's where we put all of our latest stuff. Just because it's beta doesn't mean it's more unstable. We actually test the stuff that goes into beta quite a lot. Yeah, just important to know that. Let's just take a quick look at our video here. Still loading that model. Take a look at the node. Okay. We'll give it another minute, but maybe it just wants the normal SVD model. You can check. All right. So if we hit generate, we should get that exact image of the fox. Turbo. Run it back, Turbo. Oh my gosh, what? It's just doing this. Let's refresh. Just tested this, but you know how it is with live stuff. Turbo. Oh, all right, I'm gonna restart this guy. I think there might have been something. Oh, hey, look at that. So switching it to this model worked, so let's take a look at that model. Ooh, I actually quite like this. It's really interesting, like the movement that we got in the layers of the collage. Really fascinating. So if you don't know what video interpolation does, it basically creates additional frames between each frame. So you get a smoother image, essentially. I wonder if we try to pop up the number of frames here. Now it might lose some of the like cohesion, but let's give it a go and see what happens. Okay, we're rebooting here. Launching. Should be good to go. Yeah, Turbo is ultra fast. 40 images with 1.3 seconds each is absolutely nuts. So fast. All right, this one's working fine. Let's see what's up here. All right, there we go. It's reconnected. So if I hit Q, there we go. Now it's loading the model. You know, this stuff is a little temperamental. We do our best to make its reliability as good as possible. Our goal is to have it to be better than a local experience, which is an ambitious goal, you must admit. This stuff is very complicated, a lot of moving parts, but we do our best. But a lot of what helps us is reporting bugs. So if you do see bugs, you do see something, even if it just seems small and like you restart, nothing happens, just let us know. Open a ticket or put a note in the Discord in the support section, because all that stuff really helps us dial in all the little things. Okay, so this is great. We've got our little fox here. Now we could do 16 images, and let's change this a bit. I like the fennec fox, so let's do fennec fox in a business suit. If you want to turn off the, if you go into the settings there in the top, there's a new like scripts thing that we installed, and there's a ton of stuff here. This is the auto complete that you're seeing popping up there. Fennec fox in a business suit, high quality HDR photography, magical glow in Tree City. Okay. Hit Q. Bam. Looking good, looking good. All right, we didn't get 16 for some reason. We have the batch size at 16. Yo, what is it stuck on? Oh, I know what's going on here. So you have to change the prompt, I believe. Yeah. So there we go. So the reason this one is being a bit weird is it's meant to be run in a certain way. So if you hit extra options here, you can raise the batch, right? And let's put this batch size back at 1. So for example, if we put batch count 16 here, you'll notice in Q prompt, right, we get 1. Now if we put known as the best place to be druid, it's got sunshine, moss, and friendly faces. Okay, so if we set this to auto queue, and hit Q, we have to change the prompt every time. Sunshine, moss. Now it's just gonna go. See? Sunshine, moss, sunshine, beaches. Kind of getting a beach. I think we need to like maybe put our modifier at the end. Pop. Our fox is, oh, it's got the same seed. Now, if I change, Adam, you don't need to install the node. If I change the, just load the workflow, it's in there. I just tried it, so I'm on the beta right now. So it should be working. Yeah, I'm not sure. It should be working just fine. If anyone else can try it, let us know. But I just booted it up on beta. You just drag and drop, and it should be ready to play. It's not a node you can install because it's included in the base installation of Comfy. Yeah, of course, this is going to come to Auto 11. You can use it in Auto 11, but it's not that great at the moment because they have to like change some of the settings and so on. Okay, so you notice how we've got like every time we change something, it makes a new image. So you can see here, I'm trying different seeds. I'm just clicking seeds through, right? And it's going and making a new fox every time. Now, if I go to -1, it's just going to continually generate foxes. Oh, wait, I have to change this to randomize. Hold on. So control after generate is fixed. If I change this, now it will start to. We got our fox just zoom in. Right? So now as we do this, we can, in a desert selling ice cream. Come on, man, sell that ice cream. It's kind of... Now we got him. Oh, it had to get through 16 images before it would start selling ice cream here, I think. So we have to queue. So let's queue. You can see we've got a queue of 180. There he is. So if we view the queue, there's a clear queue button. So let's put this back to fixed. Clear queue. Okay, there we go. There we go. All right. Phew. Zooming at that, folks. Look at that. All right, he's selling that ice cream. It's a good dude. I don't know if I trust this fox. Selling ice cream Sunday. I mean, in a scorching hot. To weary travelers. I guess that's us, the weary traveler. Remember, it's CFG1, right? So it's not going to stick too close, but you can see it sticks really close to the... Boom. Oh, floating ice cream. All right. Oh, little pink hat. Love it. Okay, so this one didn't move very much at all. Look at that. So if we put this back to 14. Oh, the motion bucket's 10. All right, so let's do 40. If you change the augmentation level, it changes the amount of noise that's added into the movement. So we'll put a little bit in there and see what happens. Cue that up again. Yeah, so you can see this is very, very fast. There's lots of cool uses for it. You know, we could pop in control nets in here. Would probably slow down the generation and so forth, but it would be lots of fun. There's just a whole ton of stuff we can do. Let's put this at 768 and see how these go. Pretty good. There's a couple extra ears, right? Oh, refreshed there. Couple extra ears, but you know, pretty good. Just need to cue. Yeah, so since it's trained on 512, it does do doubling up when you get like a little higher, and there's ways around that. Since I have an empty latent image here, we could do the deep shrink Koya high res. It's Koya deep shrink. Maybe it's in manager. Install custom nodes. Koya. Koya deep shrink. There it is. So we install it. Hit restart. Everyone get it running? Any issues getting it running out there? Should be ready to go with that SDXL Turbo workflow. Shouldn't be getting any red nodes or anything. But let me know if you're having issues. More abstract. Let's give that a go. Restarting. Put him in a banana stand. There's always money in the banana stand. I'm amazed with how like fast Stable Video Diffusion is. Since they were developed at the same time, I wonder if they like cross-pollinated the tech a little bit or something. Whoa. So this is the augmentation level changing. You can see it's like sort of adding in this noise, which is making the movement a little bit more. It's pretty interesting. We lower that down to 0.5. Try some others in here. Got to get some upscale fun. You know, something a little bit larger. Get some SDXL imagery. or something. Let's try this. Like a very abstract 1.5 image. All right, we're back over here. Let's see if we can add in Koya. What do they call it? Deep shrink? No. High res. Oh my God. There's this annoying thing where it's like really hard to figure out the name of certain nodes. If you go to Comfy UI nodes info in the manager, and then you search, you can see it's called Gradient Patch Model Add Downscale. Of course it is. So we copy that. Double click. Hey, there it is. Okay. So this is Koya Deep Shrink. So we need to move the model over to it. And then we pop it back up there. So this should help making things a little bigger. So let's try 1024 by 748 or something. It'll automatically adjust it to divisible by 8. And hit Q. It's going to load that model again. Whoa, that's a crazy image. All right. Hopefully my Discord doesn't crash again. I'm going to click that image. All right. It's really running slow, I think because of my camera. All right. Very cool. I wonder what the heck. All right. Don't know what's going on with that one. We'll have to check. Here you can see it zoomed in a little bit. So it's like a crop. This must be like a much larger. Oh yeah, it's 1208 by 880. So we actually want to switch these. So we want to do 576 by 1024. We'll raise the bucket a little bit. 68. Give it another go. All right, we got to take this out, unfortunately. So if we do an ultra wide, yeah, we get some pretty crazy mutant fennec. So best to keep it around 512 by 512 and then use other processes to upscale it. Unfortunately, outpainting in Comfy is very hard. It's a very silly thing. Like, you'd think it shouldn't be, but it is for some reason. All right. Let's see what this ended up with. All right, it's like a pan up and wiggle. You can see it's not catching on the image, and I don't know why. Oh, there's the noise. You can just barely see the noise there. It's very interesting how this all works. I mean, in this case, it's being combined like a few different ways, so it interpolates. Let's put that image in there. So this is from Rizzle's awesome experiments. And let's lower this noise. 0. And video frames is fine. We'll just make this 1024 by 1024 since it's a square. Give it a go. Shamanic, hello. If you want to do live editing of prompts, yes, auto queue is the trick. So you click extra options, auto queue, make sure the batch count is 1, and then hit Q once. Hey, it's doing business. Oh, auto queue. It's one of these nodes that's, you change it to increment and it will just start to go off. It should. Crocodile. Selling meat. All right, well, might have to give it a browser refresh here, see what's going on. This one's chugging along here. Let's give it a second. You can see that there are a ton of nodes. Running multiple and installing nodes and restarting things may cause issues if you're running multiple at the same time. So in this case, yeah, I do think we're going to need to stop and restart this one since it had an issue here. But we've got this one open. So we can try it again. Let's open that video thing here. What was the SDXL Turbo one? That's what we wanted. Run it back, Turbo. Oh, open in browser. There we go. First thing, change this. Bop. And crocodile businessman disco Elysium style digital illustration. Hit go. It's gonna load. Whoa, it did a full turn. So this is where you can see it starts to like guess at what's going on. It's really interesting when this happens, when you get like a full turn like that. So theoretically, the stable video diffusion is supposed to be able to like estimate what the other side of an object will look like. That's sort of built in, but you can see it's very fuzzy. And that might be something that could be improved with training. We don't know. The technology is built in, so it'll be interesting to see how the open source community kind of responds to that and what they end up making. Comfy is definitely a little confusing. My best recommendation for it is to just dive in. I did a video on making basic workflows that is really helpful for figuring out, you know, like what a K-sampler does and why you need to VAE decode and all that stuff. But once you get the basics down and you've built your own workflows, it starts making you think in a slightly different way. I've been working on some new workflows that I will be sharing with the community relatively soon, where it was like I was able to kind of conceive an idea and then build out a workflow for it, which is pretty fun. And I got to rebuild it because SDXL Turbo is out and it's perfect for what I'm doing. So, yeah. Yeah, the SVD does seem like luck of the draw for what you're going to get out of it, right? It's like a gotcha game, a slot machine. But it's fun. Oh, yeah, look at this guy. Mount Dragon selling meat by roadside. So let's increment here and see what we get. Doing business. wonder what happens if we like, all right, turn off auto cue. If we turn this up to like 2, you know? Ooh, gross. All right, good to know. What about less than 1? Oh, weird. We're getting writing. 9. Okay. Interesting. Like how it like shimmies here. Awesome. Turbo does work in Auto 1111. It's just not as fast as it is in Comfy, because Comfy, you can just build like very slim, efficient workflows that are just doing what it needs to generate. Adam's sharing generate 40 images at like 1.3 seconds each. Automatic seems like 4 to 5 seconds per image, which makes sense. Like Automatic's got a bigger pipeline in the back end with all that extra stuff. So yeah, it's very, very fast. We're going to keep iterating on this stuff, launching more stuff. There's tons of tools being launched. There's tons of new stuff out there. It's a very exciting time to be in Stable Diffusion. So much going on. So stay tuned. We're going to keep building here. Let's end the stream here. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I will stick around for questions in the Discord.